Hi, I'm AJ, and I love Halloween. But you need to see my face, so here we go. First story of the day. Politics once again, because as politics season, you need to hear this kind of stuff. This particular story is actually kind of interesting simply because it's about a World War II veteran, 93 years old, just cast his last ballot. We know it's his last will because he passed away. For me, this is just, I almost want to know who he voted for. And, of course, that's illegal and stuff. Simply because he would have almost the best perspective of anyone. He knew he was not going to be having any more help. I'm pretty sure he knew this was the last thing he was going to do. And so he would have had a much longer view, a much broader view of what he thinks the country should be doing and the direction it should be going. And so, really, this is an absolute inspiration to me. Really, this is the way people should be voting, not how is this going to help me in the next few minutes, but how is this going to help the country in the next century? And on the political news, well, President Obama recently said this.
Wind turbines manufactured here in China.
And the problem with that is actually, he was in Colorado, not China. He did correct himself later, he didn't want them built in China and all that, but still, I mean, to me, this might actually be more of a Freudian slip than anything. Overall, wind turbines, you're still going on about that? We have proven that they are not profitable. That's what Cylindro was about. Why are you still going on about this? Okay, off the political news for now, or at least the United States political for now. Flipping over to Washington State, where a little girl has possibly done one of the greatest things a little kid can do. She was home alone, 10 years old. I'm sorry, I agree she can be home alone 10 years old, especially when this happens. She heard thieves start breaking in. So first thing she does, hides. She doesn't freak out. She doesn't scream. She doesn't, just sit there in shock. She acts. Gets in the closet, calls 911. The operator orders her, or gets her outside eventually. She gets outside. Mom gets home like right before the cops. Mom goes inside despite what she was trying to tell her to stop. But fortunately, she's safe. Didn't really run into the burglars. Cops got up and caught the bad guys. So all in all, the main thing I want to focus on here is the bravery of this little girl, Peyton Mock. I mean, she just purely focused, says, as she said, wasn't scared really at all. She was just completely focused on protecting herself and getting out of there. And this is someone who was raised right, and we need more of this in this world. Now for something we don't need in this world. North Korea, specifically Kim Jong-un. A bit of information has come out detailing recent activities and why things may have seemed a little bit more tight in North Korea recently. The reason why, it turns out, the military has really been rallying behind their great leader is because, well, he's been performing executions in an interesting way. In fact, recently a report has come out that he has executed one of the top generals by mortar round. All reports coming in say the general was, well, completely obliterated, which in a way is a good thing. If the mortar missed him, he's just injured, they may have just left him out there. Fortunately, he died instantly. But this is the kind of thing that comes out of countries like this. They need to try and hold on to that power, and there's other people that want power. And so to hold on to the power, they, well, scare the heck out of them by, well, executing people. And this is why we are against countries like this. This is why we don't need an absolute powerful leader. We don't need, governments with absolute control, is because crap like this happens. And for our last story of the day, kind of more weather stuff. It's still hurricane season, it turns out, just the last little bit of it. And if you haven't really been looking on the news, the Northeast is about to be hit by a big one. Hurricane Sandy, probably the last one of the year. They're projecting now to hit New Jersey. It may actually be hitting there right now. So anybody up in that area, get out. I've been through quite a few hurricanes down here in Houston, Texas. You do not want to get through this, especially since they're saying this one actually is going to have snow with it. Hurricane with snow? Ooh, bad idea. Just get out, get out, get out, get out. If you're not out already and you have to stay, find a safe place. Get into a room that doesn't have any outside walls in it. Just coming from experience talking here. get to higher ground. Stay as far away from this thing as you possibly can, because it's going to tear New Jersey a new one. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on Extraordinary Times. If you liked it, like it over here, favorite over there, subscribe up there if you haven't already, and always be aware.